Good evening, race fans, and welcome to our third race of the day here in the round of 26 here in the highway to Zemus Zone 6. I'm Nightdew, out of retirement apparently. I haven't called one of these in a long time. With me today is Flossy How you doing?
I am super happy to be here, Night Dew, and this is our first time doing comps together too, so it's quite the occasion.
Yeah, very much. Like I said, I haven't done one of these in forever. It's really good to be back here, especially how we are. We've got Judge Joe on one side, we've got Eykir on the other, we've got an Eddie up top, and we might have a naming scheme you may or may not recognize, at least on the left there.
You know, I actually don't recognize it. Someone's got to fill me in on this one.
Okay, actually, I don't either. I mean, I know some of the
Nice.
our restreamer did, but that's out of my wheelhouse as well. What I can say is we do have some mods here that are a little bit different from the races you've been seeing here, at least on the group stages here. We do have the mod Lose Your Sirens active here, which is E no XP, so there is no random battle XP, which means you're not going to see those grinds we've been also familiar with the Mac Giants. Those are gone. But it does mean we do have a Magma Key forced, just because it's a little harder to grind there on a potentially nasty hook route there. So we will be seeing that, which means our Bard might be a little happier here. Depending on who he's with there, maybe he gets Spoon, maybe he's just going to be wanting for most of the seed.
Okay, Force Magma is great because I was getting a little worried about like a very spicy hook route here.
Speaking of our objectives, though, we've got our Normal Forge, we've got 2 Moon objectives in the White Spear and the Crystal Sword. The Sand Ruby is free once you pick it up. We've got both Tails, Super Cannon, and Mist, so we're a little key item heavy in that hook, even though we're not going to be very likely seeing that hook route unless we are really short on characters and want to take a flyer on who's sitting at the edge spot here. So, yeah, we're probably not going to see much of that, but we could. I mean, if I get a starting hook, I might actually want to take a look at some of that loot there.
Hey, it's pretty tempting. There's a lot in there for sure, and that's it could potentially be an okay shop or two in there as well.
Yep, but we do get the monster in a box XP there, so we could actually be seeing a few of those in terms of getting our XP going there. But it does mean that again, when we don't have that grind available, some of the odd grinds you might be seeing Sylph chests, you might be seeing Moon chests, and with those the the greater chance of getting some of that hardware, especially on the Moon, that you might have been used to in old flag sets and haven't seen that much. Cecil's not been happy with those lack of holy swords, but hey, he might be a little easier to find one right around here.
That's true. And my pressing question is, do the sealed cave doors count as a random encounter?
That's actually a good question because I would ask that same thing there. Those doors are a ton of XP, even back in vanilla there. Dave's confirming yet. Yes, they do, as well
They
as the
do as
3 Force
behemoths.
Behemoths. Yes.
All right, here you go. So we have all the options, and looks like our runners are on their way.
All right. Are we going to get team 90 HP? Do we see Iridia? No, we get a Rosa. We have team 210 HP here. Evil Wall and everybody's favorite Drain Spear to send us on our way.
Nice and trolly. You love to see it.
I mean, Edge loves to see it. Kane, he's a little bit ambivalent about it
Mhm.
there with that absolutely bad hit right there. We have seen Drain Venger for a Z fight actually work, but it's not very fast, so we probably won't be doing that here.
Yeah.
But we are off. We are raising our Enterprise, and where are we headed?
I've had pretty good luck getting Heroine Robe out of Eblin in this flag set, so we'll see if anyone checks that out, but it looks like neither of our runners are going there.
Yeah, we got one going to the Watery Pass for a little bit. Archer Bow Mute Arrows on Rose. I think that's about one of the highest rolls you can get on her there. I don't mind a Baron play just to kind of see. We get Sylph and Samurai Armor in the Watery Pass so far. Sid in there with a Karate Gi and an Elven Bow. That's actually pretty nice as well for Baron, especially.
And the dream gear keeps coming. Eykir just got a dream sword. Not that it's very useful for us at this point.
Speaking of useful, though, those are silk webs in Baron. Those are very useful, actually. Second Drain Spear in the Watery Pass. Diamond Armor gets you a little bit of money there, but honestly, nothing great. That's two karate gis in Baron Town there. And JudgeJoe doing something I have not seen in forever. Going to loot out the 3 in the back of Baron here.
This is a retro right here.
I mean, a power stick and a headband isn't too bad. Don't know who they're gonna bonk with that power stick there. Eykir says, I didn't like those watery pass chests. I'm gonna take a flyer on the back 4. I don't blame him. Second Sylph Summon, Dragoon Hats, good elemental resistance at the very least here. Samurai arrows, those are the best you. Oh, defense sword. There we go.
JudgeJoe looting my favorite spot in the game, dancing basement here. Did see a cat claw in there.
Yang would be happy. Pankraz would be utterly pleased.
Maybe
bandana
that was a bandana? Was that a bandana? Okay.
Yeah, bandana and a longsword there. Decent for any ninjas that may be happening to wander. I believe somebody found a mute dagger as well. So an edge would be fairly good here. Lots of early, a little bit of mute arrows there to complement Rose's starting stack, as both of them are going to launch this Darkness on the Mind. No, that's a hovercraft me.
Soon enough. Yeah, that is definitely nice to see on Rosa. Oh, but actually, JudgeJoe is going for the power staff move there.
I mean, I can see it there. Eddie can sling those arrows just as much. Can't wield that power stick there. Both of them have access to those headbands and karate gis there, and yeah, I get the power stick there. I don't think Rose is gonna be swatting at Eddie for those berserk procs. He might fall over. Eykir says, I don't have enough loot. We're going to Eblin. Well, JudgeJoe's gonna find us who we got sitting on Hobbs.
And we have a user for that cat claw. We got Yang up there fighting the dolls.
Yeah, with that early gear, I am not unhappy to see Yang here. We're gonna throw some Thor Rages here. I cannot remember how much damage those are going to do on Ordeals here. Probably would mind Eddie getting hit a little bit less to throw that first Thor Rage there. 3 ought to do it. Oh, no, 2 will do it. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. It does kind of cut down on the XP you get out of that. I did see a diamond armlet over for Eykir, the best I've seen so far in terms of loot. Black sword, arty bow. That's kind of really big, actually.
Yeah, that's very big. Yep.
But yeah, with that, lots of good loot we did see early. Yeah, I'm really actually pretty happy to see that Yang. JudgeJoe is headed straight to Fabul. Probably kind of partially for that big free heal you get for taking the gauntlet here. And even better, Yang starts off with that Thunderclaw, so even better.
Yeah, you love to see it. Actually, you know, with the Ed hero and everything notwithstanding, not a bad little party to start your day off with here.
Yeah, okay, still no life potions over in Fabul. Eykir has found the second monster in a box there. Over in Eblin there. I didn't see much good on the sales side. That's a ninja sword for Eykir there. And a nice brand. Some decent weaponry. Oh, dancing dagger. That's wonderful for Eddie, and a samurai bow. Okay, this Eblin paying out just a bit more than the Watery Pass ever did, at least.
Yeah, it's always kind of rough to go over here because you do this early on have to reset out of the monster boxes, but you know, it can be a very good thing.
Yep. Mylon and friends at the Fabul check here. The friends will go down fairly easily. I don't think Mylon's got a whole bunch of power, those lit ones here. A little more than you want to see Yang take, but he's not exactly big on the whole magic defense thing. Eykir gonna load Eddie up with that dancing dagger found in Eblin. Does definitely have a yeah, Artie Samurai Rosa is gonna do some work there for Eykir though.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be the beefy one in this first part of the game here.
Yeah, Thunderclaw Yang, yeah, when you're playing with Lose Your Sirens, it not nearly as good there. If you really get a little spicy, you can have Yang one-shotting boxes on the way up or eyeballs on the way up like Lower Babel there. But yeah, no Mac G's to punch, unfortunately.
Got the rare Ghast-only fight over there, but it's done.
Yeah, JudgeJoe, the reason we keep that gas alive there is as long as that gas is alive, Mylon just continues ordering them to use Drain, which is not that great there. But if all the gas are down, Mylon starts punching. There's our required Magma Key. With a Dwarf Axe in the box for good measure, useful to back row a Kane or Cecil, should either of the two arrive. But hey, we've got an early Magma Key. We've got Antlion and Ordeals open as well as the Baron in. I'm gonna ask you. You are in JudgeJoe's spot right now. Are you gonna continue cleaning out the overworld, or are you gonna dive underground immediately here?
Oh, I don't think I could resist the temptation. I think I would at least check my freebies down there and maybe a shop or two.
All right, that's fair. I kind of think I like what JudgeJoe's doing here. It's the whole thing where if I have like an easy check like Antlion, the minute I don't go here and I run underground, that whoever's down here and wow, Bandana Central and
Yeah, no kidding.
in this. But yeah, to complete my earlier thought, it's the pan down here if I fade this before going
You know,
to.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, right?
More drain weaponry. Is taking the bandanas and such off of Rosa and moving over to a little more casting gear for Eykir there. But is leaving the Artie Samurai up, so hey, why not? I guess.
It's freebie water hag hanging out down in Antlion Cave today.
You just you hate to see it as a runner because this spot is mostly free.
Yeah.
We love to see it here because hey, that's another freebie off the board and more potential headache later for our runners.
Mm-hmm.
No exits for either one of them there. JudgeJoe's done a little bit more shopping. We haven't seen the Cure 2s or the life potions here. Maybe Cure 2's a little less out there with the Rosa already in the party here. As we do see a Sand Ruby. Hey, that's an objective.
There you go.
So while it wasn't the pan, who do we really want to see? Well, I mean, obviously with the stuff we picked up,
Yeah,
or at least with the stuff Eykir has picked up. JudgeJoe hasn't seen Eblin in that nice trove of stuff there. Eykir's gonna pick this up and really hope for a ninja in that bed.
Yeah, absolutely, and that would just I really elevate this party. So,
I mean, JudgeJoe probably would be unhappy to see an edge. Probably wants to see something more like a Kane, as both of them. Or actually, no, JudgeJoe never went to the back of Wari Pass. It doesn't have that defense sword either.
No, yeah, that is very true.
Probably wants to see some sort of caster, Palom, Rydia, other white mage.
Nice little strength ring there.
Yep. That's the caster there.
Yeah,
so
there we go. This is Sport?
I can never tell because I always go by their capes. That looks like Palom, actually.
Yeah, a hair tie pixel is too wee for me
Mhm.
to see.
Kaipo does have our life potions. A little bit of camping, too, here. JudgeJoe pushing the old lady out of the way. Yeah, that's a Palom there. So we do have
Mhm.
a Black Mage there. And the question of how do we get this Black Mage up to Quake here, level 23. How fast can we do it, especially with the Eno XP? Picking up some bombs. Those actually have use for other certain boss fights there. But Yang gonna be really happy about those strength rings there. But yeah, Eykir, not exactly who Eykir wanted to see, exactly who JudgeJoe wanted to see. And we do still have that Sid hanging out at Baron, as JudgeJoe's going to go back for it by the looks of it. I've lost count of the number of times I have seen like a Wyvern into Bahamut or a Bahamut into
Yeah,
Wyvern
I know they
Baronin.
love to hang out here for sure. This is definitely like seeing this guy first.
I think I'd rather have him in the second spot just because it's so slow, honestly.
That's true. That's true.
Nope, just Odin, which,
It's
hey, remember
Odin.
that
Alright.
Thunderclaw we were really happy to have on Yang? Well,
It's getting slapped on right now.
yep. That plus some Thor Rages. Odin says, no,
Yep.
none of that. We will not
Yep.
be having any of that Thunderclaw stuff going on
Odin
here.
did not like what he saw there.
But again, wow, Odin not going to take anything from this Yang here. I mean, JoJo has enough Thor Rages to get through this here before any real bad stuff happens here. But it is rather funny that the AI is just like, no, you have effective weaponry. I mean, it's less bad that Eddie goes down. He only hit for 275. I mean, it wasn't a power punch, but
Yeah, no. You always hope for a little bit more there, though.
Yep, the sword is up here, so I believe Odin has one more physical to throw out before Zantetsuken here. But I think should be just about... Should be done with this here. Can't have much left. There we go.
Yep. Starting to feel a little bit tense, but we got through that.
Meanwhile, I see the cheers from a certain person in the chat seeing this Sid. That, however, is a really interesting find in that Earth Crystal there. 15 minutes, I believe we are going to be raiding some treasuries.
Oh yeah, you love seeing that thing early.
And honestly, with this party here, I mean, yeah, we have to keep the Yeti. This is not a bad party so far, but with some of the stuff that Eykir has, I can see Eykir again taking a little bit more of a flyer on trying to find somebody to use all that hardware that he is carrying. JudgeJoe might skip it a little bit more here. What do we have for this Sid to wield? Oh, Poison Axe. I did not
Okay,
skip
I didn't
find that
even see
Poison
that.
Axe.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. I was thinking we would have to have an Archer Sid.
I mean, to be absolutely fair, if I'm Eykir, I absolutely think about throwing that Artie bow over to Sid.
Oh yeah, that's true. We do have that already though. Yeah, that's a consolation prize for Archer Sid. That's a pretty good Sid.
Yeah, Sid doesn't care about those caster penalties. He loves that thing.
Completely immune.
But we are stepping into the treasury here. Lots of crystal stuff, a ninja shirt, a white spear, rune axe,
Rune axe there,
Sorc
Source
robe,
Robe. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
not like
mean,
a
it was
ton we
pretty
could use at
solid,
this
yeah.
point, but this is a good treasury. We're about to, meet 2 new characters if Judge Joe decides to go through Zot anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't see why not, honestly.
Looks
Yeah,
like
excuse me.
Eykir's taking that magma key route.
Yeah, that is actually interesting. You gotta go do those freebies, and I get it there. But again, that Earth Crystal for those 2 other characters would probably benefit him more. Judge Joe is going to head up Zot here. So our first big divergence of the sea. Yeah, they had a little bit of a crossing up through the overworld here, but yeah, Judge Joe is headed to potentially get a look at those 2 characters. Well, Eykir's going to look here for star veils. Okay, yeah, those are nice to find.
I feel like we've seen most of the nicer things you can find in the overworld shops, if not everything.
Yep. Oh, okay. Eykir opened it up and then throws us a curveball and says, "Well, I'm going back to Baron anyway." Oh, there was that mute dagger, and nope. Okay, that poison axe wasn't there.
Yeah, I have no idea where that was.
Ooh, we've got a sparkle.
See lunars here.
Yep. Immediately throwing that cure 3. Which I get. Gonna actually, those bombs, I don't know how much those are gonna do here. Has another, oh nope, moving them up there. Yeah, gonna throw those bombs that prove to be a pretty good investment here if that magic defense isn't anything. I mean, it does let these characters do something that don't provoke the lunar counterattacks here at the very least. They don't go to their fight command. Might go to another cure 3 there. Oh no, actually go to the dancing dagger. Okay, I get ya.
Offhand, do you happen to know how much HP is in this spot?
It's 9,000, so each of these have
Okay, yeah,
4,500
45.
apiece. So that and that fire is going to do 25% across the board there. Yeah, Rosa's got the aim command. Young, those power punches are starting to get there. They just needs to kind of keep this up here. I think he's gonna have another round of punches before the next flames come out. And then you're going to have to worry about healing a little bit. Yeah, those punches not doing much to that back row Sid here. Meanwhile, Eykir is now underground after picking up that Earth Crystal, saying, I don't care about the treasury so far. Has that Sid and is looking to be headed straight to the Feymarch.
See, I would have been tempted to stay out of the underground in that case and go right to the treasury, but...
Oh yeah, I definitely get that here. We're re-equipping our Sid here as more bombs and such are coming out from Joe here. That back one's almost gotta be close to dead, I would think.
I know.
They've both been taking, those power punches have been doing a number to the front ones here. I'm just really worried at what happens.
There we
Okay,
go.
I've got another problem here. Is now the other one is going to start counterattacking with flames. Save that other cure 3. Okay, I get you here.
Yep, there we go. All right, that feels good.
Well done. Earth Hammer and a Feymarch chest. I think our Sids are very happy to see that. And our Feymarch freebie is a Protect Ring. A
Alright.
absolutely wonderful piece of gear, elemental resistances as well as good defense, but and not what you're really hoping to find there.
It's kind of my favorite place for the pan, frankly.
We guess Eykir is likely at least going to show us what our Feymarch is composed of here. Not before we're looting out a house for random throwables and a. There, we've got a Porum as our first character here, which I'm not sure if I'd take or not.
Yeah, I think I'm probably good.
DKC at that, I think that's a 700 to 800 per wave DKC there at the king spot. That's a cane. We have a defense sword, some strength boosters. Does Joe go for the cane here? And if so, who does he get rid of?
Yeah.
Eykir's going for one of these bosses. Just went to BS6.
Alright.
And it might be going to the save point, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, no, moving back to BS1 says no. I did not see who Judge Joe got rid of for that cane. Oh, we got the White Spear, too. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
White Spear, Defense Sword. Yeah, okay, I'm probably... Oh, no.
take that cane.
Elvin is not happy
Oh,
yet.
no. Okay, so
Sid has
it
been
was Sid.
consigned to the
Yep,
bench.
confirmed
Yes.
Sid.
But
That's-
anyway, speaking
yeah.
of things that Thunderclaws deal with,
Yeah, we've got a levy here, so all the things besides Mac Giant you can use a Thunderclaw on showing up first.
ooh, and he's starting to get a little spicy with those there. Here comes a Silk Web. Yeah, between everything, yeah, you only have about 6,000 hit points as opposed to, because it is the Mega Sisters the first spot, which explains that whole 9,000 hit points there. So you've only got about 6,000 to deal with here in Zot 2. However, Val's base magic is spicy, as we just saw Palom take 1,200 of his 314 hit points there.
He's in the negative.
Yep, Eykir went ahead and primed up Sheila 1 here. Yeah, those are some of the bigger Ice 2s you're going to find there. But should get through. Has plenty of damage coming out here for that, so we should be seeing what comes out of Zot fairly quickly.
Now it looks like Eykir is doing the Sheila 1 check while Judge Joe is through that levy fight.
Definitely went to the Sheila 1 check pretty quick there, and is going to get rewarded with a Legend Sword. Half an objective at least there.
Yeah, right. Judge Joe's party will now have exit because this is where Rosa learns it.
Yeah, say in chat, you never really in the vanilla game see that magic power. As we all know, Val's script is more of, the spin, punch, try to set somebody to gradual petrify and punch some more. You never do see that magic power really come up. However, Zot paying off with an objective there, as that is a package. So we're likely going to see at least who's on the package spot now, at least two.
I'm doing a little extra D-miss check here, I see.
Oh, yeah. If we had a nickel for every time D-Mist was in the vanilla place. Oh, nope, that's just some Dark Imps. But I have
like
quite
a
a few
dime.
nickels, yes. Oh, hey, speaking of that
there's
ninja we were hoping
yeah.
for, yeah.
This is gonna tempt people to go through the whole rigmarole here.
Oh yeah, if I'm Eykir, at the very least, that ninja sword and other ninja stuff. Yeah, I'm sticking around for that ninja. If I'm Judge Joe, oh boy,
No.
I would be very, I would be tempted to toss the Yang at this point. As we don't have slinging for him there. Yeah, he's got a bunch of HP right now, but if I've got the gear that at least Eykir does, especially, well, I mean, JudgeJoe's got a Mura at least. A Mura and a
Yeah,
Long, I believe.
yeah, there should be.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think it would have to be Yang. Makes it
Yeah,
a little different that that Mac Giant grind isn't on the table.
yeah, but yeah, that Eno XP and yeah, the starting sirens mean absolutely nothing. So unfortunately, but yeah, given what's on the table here, yeah, I don't see either of them fading this this ninja here. JudgeJoe is doing a save. Yeah, he's running the Kaipo, so he
Yeah.
definitely has plans for that ninja. And if I'm Ike here, and well, actually, okay, he's going up side, so he's gonna see that cane with that extra cane stuff. There is checking boxes on the way up. Looking for Doggo? I don't know.
Did Eykir get that white spear? Where was that?
That was in the treasury, so yes,
Oh,
Eykir
yes,
very much
okay.
got that white spear.
All right. Oh, and
Oh, and
there's a
another
ninja
ninja
sword.
sword. Oh. An embarrassment of riches for
I know.
ninjas on Eykir's side there. Oh, and speaking of things, because we're still not done with that Thunderclaw, we've got Luge here. We get to see Kick in action for once. Yang punching the good doctor dead very quickly. And unfortunately might be, again, regulated to the bench after this, but we'll see what Joe thinks about that.
Trying to prove his worth here at the bitter end.
Jay Brown, we don't talk about 1200 strats here.
Yeah, Jay Brown, we're trying to do comms over here. Come on. Yeah.
Okay, he does agree that Edge goes to the bench, or Yang goes to the bench.
Yeah, not very much hesitation there either.
No, 3 crystal shields. Where do we find all those crystal shields?
Yeah, no kidding. I know there was at least one in Treasury, but
yeah, Eykir's got a little bit more gear. Has that Earth Hammer. So if he does want to swing, yeah, okay. So that Edge has Murasame and Mute on JudgeJoe's side, which isn't too bad. Does have a long sword there. I actually do like the Mute Dagger for a little bit more spice on the ninjutsu command there, as well as I don't think we've seen any of the mage property bosses come through. No Asura, no Rubian Elements. So we do have a few more uses for that hitting some weaknesses as well.
yep, that's true.
Yeah, JudgeJoe did just toss that strength ring. I think they had like 3. There was a bunch of strength rings out there. I know he couldn't equip Edge with it, but I think there's a few more out there. Whether he finds them or not is another story entirely. Oh, that Paladin's got fire too. Yeah, JudgeJoe's Paladin did not have fire 2 at this point.
Definitely making a huge difference on Eykir's side.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, doesn't want to be taking many more of these fires there. This fire 2 should end it, hopefully. It does, okay. At this point, I'd be rather tempted to, again, I'm not really looking for characters at this point, but in terms of some of the easier XP out there, might be tempted to walk into Dwarf Castle, as those 2 encounters do have a decent chunk of XP, and I think Joe might be agreeing with me.
We already know the second one is going to be CPU, which is a nice place for that boss, because it could be quite annoying in a higher HP area.
Yeah, you don't have to grind through much there. Only 3,000. Gonna sell off all those crystal shields because what else are they there for? It does keep that Ice Claw, Kanyatso, Ruby, yeah. Ether 2s, you can tell that we don't have those grinds available because those Ether 2s were not snapped up. I might have taken a few just for actual, like, moon stuff.
It's hard not to
Um,
resist a couple, but I get it.
yeah. Mute daggers, mute arrows, all the mute you ever wanted at there. Oh yeah, that's yeah, even Kane appreciates that Aegis shield. Nice defensive upgrades all around there. Um, Edge of
Yeah,
the Ninja shirt's pretty
honestly,
good.
I've seen worse gear in these, so I bet
Yeah.
our runners are pretty happy.
And we've got a Dark Elf in one, and look away. Look away as the other Sid has now been also consigned to
Oh
the
no.
bench. Yeah. We're sorry. We're not that sorry.
It's nothing personal.
It's just business, yes. You know, now that I think about it, with how our party's shaping up, I might have actually I mean, I think we can go back to the Tower of Wishes here, but with kind of duo Zerk here, I'm kind of thinking that maybe that whole maybe that whole take Porum and over her brother might not have been a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, I could definitely see the appeal in that for sure. It's hard to not, want that Pelham through like mid to late seed, even if, you're thinking you're doing Zerk strats, because that Quake.
Meanwhile, who wants a Dark Knight?
You got one. You
JudgeJoe,
don't got one.
no, JudgeJoe, I played with him and know him from a few times. Not a Cecil fan.
There you go, yeah. And honestly, I can see why you don't even want to bother at this point, depending. I mean, I'm not 100% sure JudgeJoe even has that defense sword. I think that might be Eykir, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, the defense sword was back of Watery Pass, so yeah, but again, neither runner has been to Ordeals, so
That's true,
again, they're
yeah.
both gonna see a Dark Knight. Now in before our Darkness Crystal
I
for
know.
like 3 objectives is on Ordeals because hey, that's funny, right?
I don't feel like it likes to hang out there, but you never know.
Meanwhile, Eykir going to get the wonderful news of that ninja, well, would, but isn't going to... Oh. Well, Eykir's going to
Okay,
Ordeals,
going
never
going
mind.
through our deals. All right, we're gonna see what's there.
Now, this is going to pay off really good for Eykir, as with JudgeJoe binning that Cecil, we can already tell that Ordeals is the farthest thing from JudgeJoe's mind right now. So this might be a counterplay here. We do see Rat Tail that is technically a half, a third, 2/3.
Yeah.
We need a hook.
I know. Basically, we need a hook. All right, we know Kanatsu's not going to be in any extremely nasty spots down here on Ordeals.
JudgeJoe gonna get the memo here of our Feymarch. Probably will. I mean, I know he'll take some weird Feymarches. Probably not going to take that DKC just because getting our Eddie to an agility where he can get a hide off before that Cecil goes, it isn't really happening with this party here. Or this hero, more to be precise.
Yeah.
But that does mean, with the Rat Tail being there, our progression in some way, shape, or form is a Demist at Waterfall, because I don't think we saw Waterfall being checked.
Nobody checked that.
Top of a keyless tower.
Yep.
Or one of those 2 Feymarch bosses.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of what it's looking like, depending.
Okay, now if I see this, I'm glad I have 5 party members for Ordeals. Is back attack sisters is not something you generally want to see here, as that it doesn't have the raw damage of the Zot encounter, but as we saw Eddie take a casual 670 some. Okay, Palom is made of sturdier magic defense and walks her off.
Those nice mute arrows with that samurai bow. Cindy is down.
JudgeJoe takes a look at that and says, well, let me check some agilities here. Thinks about it and goes to the exit spell.
Yeah.
I could hear the gears turning in his head at this point is, can I make one of these work?
You were saying that the DKC damage there is like around 700-800, correct?
I believe that is around 700-800 per dark wave there,
It's
yes.
like such a borderline and tempting amount.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. JudgeJoe went for Murrah Lightning Claw. Fiery says 1200. I believe that. JudgeJoe's gonna knock down some eyeballs here and see if we get anything out of that, as our key item on Ordeals is...
Oh,
that's huge.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
All right.
JudgeJoe is not going to see that hook for some time.
I don't think so. Ooh,
oh my! Brave Sir Eddie here has to hope the okay, that Witchburn was not that threatening here. 4 slings of a dancing dagger will see our bard through this at the very least. 3 if we get a lucky. Okay, we got lucky.
GG Eddie.
So that does open up an extra out for Eykir here, as that rat tail could turn into progression here. That is exactly what Eykir needed here to get the game back on JudgeJoe. As we did kind of gloss over the fact that this is game 2, JudgeJoe is up a game there. But again, if JudgeJoe does not go to this Ordeals, and that rat tail has something,
yeah,
we're back in business here.
Yep.
Or again, if JudgeJoe finds, oh my, there's a bonus round on top of the Keyless Tower. Sending away the Asura, so she's out of the pool.
Yeah, both of our runners made an interesting choice.
Yeah, kind of surprised with that package being an objective that Eykir is still fading it. And really kind of sad given that all that ninja hardware that Eykir is holding on to. But again, does have that defense sword. Might take this paladin out of dwarf.
That's true.
This might actually be the replace Yang with Cecil here. As again, I could see that again. E no XP, not Yang's friend, as he wants them levels.
That's true. I really appreciate a race that diverges like this, and I'm really thinking Eykir is gonna take that Cecil over Yang here.
It does kind of seem like I would be sorely tempted myself, even though these fights are going to be the ones that kind of get Yang to the point where you want him in terms of where he starts to pay off the XP. That white spear on Kane, however, just as it did with JudgeJoe, doing some absolute work here against the Dark Elf. But no, what Eykir wants here is that rat tail to gate a couple objectives here, so that if JudgeJoe finds a darkness crystal and decides that the moon is greener pastures, so to speak. It just leaves that hook on Ordeals for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But Dark Elf down for Eykir.
Moving into CPU.
I'm pretty sure Pala might have just picked up Quake, which is, wonderful against CPUs with no hit points like this one is. That said, down goes Demus up at the top of the tower. Thinking about it. Say, there goes Yang. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And I looked away and didn't see what was on top of the tower.
It was a Dragoon shield, so nothing too exciting.
Well. But we get a second chance with that Demus turn in here, so...
what if it's darkness?
I mean, I'm not sure how good of news that is for JudgeJoe at this point. So,
yeah, I know.
But yep, here comes this Quake, the CPU not long for the world here. And Cecil's gonna get like a little mini slingshot here. Just, the whole starting at level 1, and yeah, 22 levels. He's already caught up with everybody. I can pull out the whole back in the day when we had to go through gain a level, and didn't get the whole, said character gained all these levels at once. Such a nice quality of life thing. It's much appreciated. Oh no! It is the darkness.
Wow,
crystal.
Darkness. Oh, that's so interesting.
Alright, so Eykir's gonna get the good news of that rat tail, and is gonna have 3 objectives on board here. Gonna equip this, gonna load the Cecil out here first. Oh wow, I did not see this coming here, as we did see where JudgeJoe just landed. Wow. Yeah, I definitely did not see that coming.
Okay, we're racing.
This could be JudgeJoe with the anti-play on himself of all things here. And knowing he's not much of a Cecil fan and saying, well, I better make sure I don't leave anything. Yeah, this is defensive play. Now it's going to work out for him with that hook. Fire Blizzard saying, wonders if Joe wants to sling that Cecil. I'm not really sure, just because JudgeJoe does not have a good quote-unquote Cecil weapon. That defense sword was in the back of Watery Pass. JudgeJoe did not go there, does not have access to it. So I'm not really sure what he would gain here, as that white spear is on Kane. Cecil can't use that, so... Oh, Eykir. Yeah, I have parked that hover... Well, no, you can get the hovercraft out of there. Yeah, okay. Gotta see that rat tail turn in here real quick.
It's the pan. All right.
All right.
Game continues. Yep.
Yeah. That is 8 key items here, and going and possibly doing that whole turn in here. 10 key items with that darkness crystal. Well, I mean, going to be that darkness crystal. He's gonna JudgeJoe's gonna pick at that hook, then pick up that pan there. Where was that? Oh no, Legend Sword with Sheila 1. So yeah, JudgeJoe's gonna pick up that Legend Sword as well. If JudgeJoe goes through this and either Yang or Sheila is holding on to, well, actually they both be in go mode at that point in time. So yeah, that's a hard one there. If either of these 2 Sheila checks comes up with the Adamant Rock, the Pink Tail, or the Tower Key, both our runners Well, JudgeJoe will be in go mode. Eykir will have to fish that darkness crystal off of D-Mist.
Yeah. I keep for Demas that we know is not there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to send him far away from Keyless Tower, given that that's what the Darkness Crystal is, and your only other options at this point is that Feymarch there. If I'm on Eykir's shoes, what I really want to dodge from the pan is Luca or Baron. I don't want to go get thrown down that rabbit hole. Now, the other question is, Eykir sees this ninja, has a well-outfitted Kane, has a well-outfitted Cecil, but has a lot of good ninja stuff. Does Eykir ditch the Palom, as I would see the only real one you'd want to get rid of here,
Yeah,
and
this
go
is
very heavy physical?
Interesting choice.
Or do you just not take the edge at all, even with all that stuff you have for him?
Might be seeing a Palom goodbye. I don't know.
Yeah, that is Ninja Edge. That is hard, or Ninja Mura Edge. Actually, I think I take both Ninja Swords at that point in time. Ryuta says I would ditch Kane. Normally you'd be right, but that Kane does have White Spear and a good amount of physical enhancers. I would keep him around. Eykir says no, thank you, no ninja necessary, and oh, is gonna check. Okay, does not know where D-Mist is. Gonna make the check here at Watery Pass. Gonna see that it is not. Do we have here though? Oh, that's Val. Okay,
yeah.
well,
Okay, I don't have to deal with her.
that is a point in favor of, well, maybe we really don't need Kane.
That's true. Yeah.
Yep, Eykir going to go turn that pan in. JudgeJoe's going to get this pan and will likely go run to turn that pan in.
Another.
Gonna get at least that legend sword from it, as we do know that's on Sheila 1.
Definitely, most likely gonna see a high five here.
Yep, for a little bit. Yep. Yeah, that's yeah, that jumping back to Ordeals was huge, and I'm gonna have to ask Joe what brought him back there. That is a play I would not have made personally.
Yeah,
but I get it.
You know.
Oh no, that's a Baron key
there from the Sylph.
That is what I didn't want to see if I'm Eykir, because I'm probably chasing that after dropping off the pan check to Sheila 2, unless this is like... Actually, I'm not even sure what it would be. Tower key would be the only other thing I'd chase at this point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely tower key, because hey, there's an objective there.
Not even breathing, seeing what this pan's going to be. Up, Twin Harp. Oh,
Twin Harp. Well, will either of our runners chase that?
It doesn't sound very good.
It really doesn't. It does sound a little bit better for JudgeJoe, as that will be the 9th and 10th key items for him, respectively, which might send him straight to the moon.
Yeah, that's true.
Eykir, however, is landing at the Troya Peninsula, is saying, well, I'm leaning into this.
He doesn't have darkness yet, so, you know.
Yeah, it's
probably thinking, what if it's here?
Mm-hmm. So we're really looking for 2 terminal key items and a tower key here. The Feymarch is still up there. Wait, is JudgeJoe going to do it too? Yes, they both are
Yeah,
going to
alright, you
music.
guys. Way to surprise me.
This feels super defensive by JudgeJoe here, being a game up, but
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
you do you. We're gonna get the double feature anyway.
Almost completely concurrent music.
Okay, now I don't see a possum here, but I do believe we're supposed to talk through the music, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll just read read my mail and
Uh-huh. There's an agility dissertation here somewhere, right?
I'll name all the squares on the Mac Giant chart.
Possum, I knew I would
Peter
summon
talk
you by
through it,
doing
yeah.
that there. But anyway, as we commonly refer to him as one DJ Spoony B here, he's gonna walk off, go to this harp. We're going to listen and hope it's not. Oh wait, we were hoping for Infinite Stairs, right? No, that's out of the thing. So, as a very quick aside, now that that is over, that was Out of Phase from Parasite Eve. It is the what plays in the Precinct 17. Oh, hey, nice spoon by the by.
There we go,
But I
yeah.
also have to say it is very dear and close to my heart because that was my own personal reward music back from Evelyn
Oh, that's
Elixir League.
so
So yes,
cool.
I am the person who put
Nice.
that in the pool. Uh, I am so happy to be calmed that one.
You
Yes.
know, yeah, you love to see that. It's a nice one too. I hadn't heard it before.
Mm-hmm. It is the first time I have heard it out in the wild, so yeah, I am utterly happy to
Oh,
have
that's very cool.
been in the booth to hear that one. It also goes really long, and there was a whole bunch you didn't hear just because it kind of goes through that first bar for forever. But you know, honestly, yeah, that is yeah. Anyway, Eykir going to chase that Baron Key. JudgeJoe also going to chase that Baron Key. Is this a Void Moon from
Yeah, look at that.
JudgeJoe here? Yeah, 10 key items. I admit I would be headed up on the earliest whale up to the moon, but JudgeJoe saying no thanks. We're headed up there ourselves. So really, Eykir is just really a keyless tower behind here.
Yeah, it's true.
And it might come down to moon grind here, but that actually favors Eykir a little bit better there, just because you're not really going to be, you know, again, you find one more key item. Actually, yeah, no, Eykir is going to have 10 regardless with that darkness crystal there. So both of them are going to have the double XP headed up to the moon in potential boxes where they are going to find their grind and or bosses.
This is such a long check, and you always kind of hit it when you're over leveled for it. But I sort of find it relaxing. I kind of use this time to think when I'm in Baron Castle.
Yeah, man, at this point though, I'm going back to my earlier statement on before I go to the moon, I am fishing Porum out of the Tower of Wishes. Yeah, I know Quake Kid has Quake and all that, but now I have three full-on physical fighters because that Eddie now has a spoon. I want as much Berserk as I can fit into this party right now. I'm taking that Porum right out of the Tower of Wishes and saying, get in my party.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I like the simplicity of a nice, you know, just like Zerk Z fight. So I don't blame you for that.
Yeah, elements, unfortunately, there's only 4,000 hit points for the elements here, so, oh, yeah, I get the whole JudgeJoe wants to put that mute dagger on edge there. I don't know if that Ruby is going to live to see that
Yeah,
mute dagger
no.
swing. You're going to see Ruby come up here, and, oh no, a spoon.
Yeah, Ed makes short work of him there.
And over on Eykir's side, oh no, a spoon redux.
Yeah. I lost now.
No speeches, unfortunate. Young says, wait a minute, you didn't mean to get rid of me, did you? And then they say, yes, we did.
We sure did.
I mean, I like a Young much as anybody, but no, not today.
I really didn't think they were gonna end up being this synced up again.
No, it is really weird seeing them kind of merge together here, as we do see the trash can only has a Gungnir. Yeah, another thing for Edge to throw. Both of them feeling probably bad about it. Both of them saving. Both of them most likely going back in to see who's on the basement throne.
Yeah, that's got to be especially stinky for Eykir, since no darkness yet on his side.
Speaking of stinky, you know who I want to see down here right now?
Ooh, who?
I want to see the comedy club. Let's put Golbez on the basement throne here.
Yeah.
Also, real quick before we get to this boss, we got a raid from FF6 Worlds Collide. Thank you very much here. We're just getting into this. We do have a lunar sparkle. That means we've got it's only plague.
It's a nice easy plague.
Yeah, interesting enough, Eykir does... Okay, yeah, Judge just going for Resurrect strats. Eykir immediately berserks the Eddie here. Actually, if I was going to berserk anybody, yeah, I know he's got that spoon and all. But yeah, it does take extra damage from the spear class there, which both of them do have the white spear on that cane. Did get a reflect up on Eddie on JudgeJoe's side. Does throw the silk web. Is he looking to do count strats here? Eykir should actually have enough damage going out here that might have Plague Dead before the next. Gonna be real safe with it and toss a virus onto Palom.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. And Eykir is through.
Yep. And JudgeJoe gets the kill on the reflected count there.
Oh, I missed that. Yeah, you love when that happens.
Oh boy, Elvin, we do not have a Sid for you there, but please take this consolation cabin here.
JudgeJoe says, I don't need your cabin. I am resetting.
Eykir says, however, I will take that 36,000 XP and I will like it. But now Eykir has pretty much down to Keyless Tower or the Feymarch. And JudgeJoe is finally going to that whale here. Let's see if he makes any party modifications before doing so.
Is there anyone on the moon who would tempt you at this point?
Duplicate forum?
Yeah.
Other than that, no, not really. I mean, I think we've seen just about everybody else there, except
so,
for
right?
Rydia. We haven't seen
yeah.
Rydia,
Nope,
but
yeah.
yeah, nothing really going for Rydia there. So, much a Rydia fan as I am, not who I'm looking for. Even though I think they might have got Bahamut off of the Dwarf Castle check.
I believe
They kind of
so,
went through
yeah.
it, so...
Yeah, I do think I saw that.
Eykir went and picked up an eyeball as well there. Did get a Consolation Ice Brand. Does find another one. Yeah, I only actually saw the first one come out. JudgeJoe is heading straight down. Gonna look for those. I got another Mute Dagger. I didn't think the eyeballs had... I can't remember what the eyeballs can and can't drop here,
Yeah.
actually, so... But yeah, is gonna get the news about that. Oh yeah, extra bonus cabin. There you go. Eykir doubling up on the cabins.
All two.
Just for you, Elvin. I'm making the inside joke just for you here.
All right, let's see if we get that duplicate for him.
Oh,
look at that.
yeah,
Awkward.
it's a Sid. Yeah, that's not awkward at all. Not in the least.
I sure hope Elvin's getting a sandwich right now.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So Eykir needs a few things here. JudgeJoe is a little in the lead here. About the most outs you can get is Tower Key and Pinktail. You know, all of the above really being gated behind that Feymarch, which means you'd have to have one of the objectives gated by the Tower Key, and the other one sitting. It's going to be a little bit of long odds here, but
yeah.
it's not over yet, kind of thing. But JudgeJoe is going to start the moon dive top down here, as Eykir is going for the rest of these boxes here. Just secure 3 there, and oh my, that's
easy peasy.
Yeah, that's about as free as it gets, and that's a good shot in the arm for XP starting this whole starting this whole lunar thing. Yeah, you know who would have been a real big beneficiary of all this free XP?
Who's that?
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna fight on this hill all seed here.
No, I'm sold on the Porum idea. I like it. I'm a Porum fan. I'm not afraid to say it.
Okay. Oh no, that's all there. All right, Palom gets all 3 tier 3 spells and stone all in the same go here, because that's a lot of XP on the doubler. Well, it's a nice hat.
Ribbon, yeah. You don't hate it.
Oh, I don't hate it, and honestly, you know, yeah, we could say it's the wrong altar, but it was the altar of experience, and well, there was plenty of it there.
That altar was just basically like finding $20 on the ground. Let's just look at it like that.
$20. I
not
wanted
gonna
a
change your
peanuts.
life.
But JudgeJoe is continuing to dive the lunar subterrane here. I don't know if that Eddie got berserked or not here. I'm kind of hoping he... Oh, he is. But
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. It doesn't matter because that D-Mist
Okay,
is
yeah,
gone there.
true.
Nice
And
52,000 XP there. So actually, Eykir is not too far, at least, down in the XP department. Gonna get that Dragoon Shield. Gonna be sad until going to turn in that D-Mist. Eykir, you know, if you're a gambling man there, do you go to the Feymarch before the moon, not knowing where your darkness is?
yeah. I like doing the Demus right away if I remember because of that exact reason. It's easy to forget, so we'll see what Eykir does.
Mm-hmm. JudgeJoe going full top down here, saying I'm not leaving anything to chance. I mean, K value's still up there, but who goes there? Me. It's me.
It does feel weird if you're doing a top-down clear to not do Bahamut first. I agree.
Oh well, that's
Okay.
that's interesting. Actually, that punch is real good for JudgeJoe there, but JudgeJoe is missing a certain character to make this a lot more free than it could be here.
Yeah, we don't have a
Eykir's gonna see
paladin.
this and is gonna have a lot better time here, sending Eddie away to hide. Yeah, the big thing here is Young here is very good at punch more, and well, he is definitely punching. Eykir does go and will be picking up his darkness crystal momentarily.
Ugh, Ed.
Man, this is getting a little spicy here for JudgeJoe. Yeah, this Tier 3's coming out. This Young is
He's dealing the damage for
he's
sure.
dealing damages, yes. Rito, yeah, okay, yeah, somebody got ribbon on there. Yeah, this Rose is gonna be just throwing out Cure 3s and hoping Young doesn't high roll on Kane. Yeah, throwing it all on Kane
just
here,
Kane,
actually.
please.
I mean, as long as Palom stays upright, just being able to... Oh, yeah, it's throwing everything on Kane. Here comes the blink.
I know.
I mean, it's great for as long as Palom continues to live through this here, as it's just even more auxiliary damage. There goes Rosa, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Palom's gonna get one last virus off before Kane sends another, or before Young sends another kick, and down goes Palom. Does Joe have the damage here? That's the last blink
that. Oh, that
there.
was his blink. Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, but he does
got
get
it.
through.
Beautiful. That feels great.
And just an Artie bow, no key item. Now, Eykir's gonna have a lot easier time with that just because a certain paladin exists. And, well, ouch is a word that exists.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hummingway's got some Cure 3 potions, and I'm not mad at picking up a good 20 pack of those.
Yeah, that definitely makes a difference, and you're always happy to have them.
All right, Eykir headed down to the subterrane. We will caution those named Elven Sorrow to please look away, as this does contain gratuitous acts of benching Sid.
Yeah, it's a quick dismissal.
Yep. Okay, but it is actually playing out a little bit better for. Well, I mean, a little bit better for Eykir here. Does Eykir stop at the top or just dive straight down there? I mean, I kind of really hoping that Eykir does actually stop at the top there, just because all that free XP sitting on KQE. Ribbon Room has an Oko Pogo.
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
kind of
nasty
spicy.
Ogo.
Iker is not stopping, is going straight down, so is not going to get that ribbon off KQE, is not going to get that XP, but I mean, it's a little bit of time that Iker is making back up here.
It's true.
And
That's
we'll get a
very,
bit
very
more,
true.
and this is not a free Ogopogo, in the least.
No, he's not going to be happy if he's going right for that ribbon room when he sees Ogo there.
Might go for the drain. Might go for the white spear. Actually,
Yeah.
probably will go for the crystal sword altar first, given that it is an objective here. But
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and White Spirit too. As
yeah,
well.
it's gonna throw that silk web. It's gonna take a blaze counter, which honestly I get, because anything to slow this noodle down here. But oh, yeah, that's not good.
Reset.
Yep, Eykir gonna head over to the Crystal Sword Altar. Gonna get the good news there of being that gonna be far more free than JudgeJoe is. So Eykir has made up a lot of time here. And we've got Ruby at the White Spear Altar, which honestly is not really too bad here.
Yeah,
I
not
believe
too bad at all.
the magic power at this spot not nearly as great as others out there. Yeah, as explained otherwise, Neptune, yeah, no XP was something they had on, so they do not gain XP from random encounters that they pick. That does not include trap chests, nor forced encounters like trapdoors, or the behemoths on the path to Cape Bahamut. But Ruby not playing nice either. The
No,
glare
really.
still is
Yeah.
enough to down your roses, and I think he might have been waiting to like Lob and Ice 3 with timing on that Palom. Ruby saw through that plan there, and as I said, it was going to be a lot easier. Yang definitely gave Eykir's party the business there. Yes, Dark Paladin, yes. The Forced Behemoth fights in Cape Bahamut are still fair game in terms of XP.
Not that we've seen him in this race, but they're there.
Yep.
And Professor NES, thank you very much for the raid.
Anyway, take 2. Eykir has Cecil there. Yang says, ouch. And we're even on objectives again. Oh, they do not? Oh, okay. I thought we talked about that earlier. Okay,
yeah,
then
that was a confirmed yes on Behemoths Indoors. All right.
We
so
do apologize for that information there, as we had been led to believe that. Okay, so we will take that back there. Doors and behemoths do not give XP, and we are sorry for the misinformation.
All right. Got all worked up about it.
I know, right? Meanwhile, still in that Ruby fight, does get that Ice 3 off. Trying to pick people up there. Yeah, that Quad 9s is there, but didn't exactly get everything there. Now, is Eykir going to take a shot at that Ribbon Room or not? Yeah, that might be the thing there. I am still bemoaning the lack of Porum and how much extra help this could be
Oh
giving
yeah,
right
no
here.
kidding.
Yeah, sure that ice 3 did quad 9s, but
We're all still here though.
you know, I know both of them picked up that ice brand from those eyeballs in Lower Babel. I mean, both Kane and Cecil can do things with that.
That's very true. Judge
Oh
Joe
no,
is
Edward.
through.
That will be objective number 5 for Joe. Berserk tried to come out on Eddie, but he was too dead to realize it there. That's a Luca key. That's not our go mode there,
No.
so... So we've got an Ogopogo on the ribbon spot. We have an unknown at the Masa spot here. That could still be an alt gauntlet.
Got an unknown Bahamut cave too.
Yes, the hard-required Feymarch stream does still live
it
on.
does live. The dream is not dead.
Yep, and Joe is going for Ogopogo round 2. Yeah, alt gauntlet would be great for the XP if they live through it. Ooh, that's losing Rosa at this point never feels good on that double
No.
hit there. Is setting up for that ice 3 to come out. I think the timing is good. Yep, there goes the cloak
Feels
there.
right.
So,
Yep.
meanwhile, Judge Joe breaking out the kitchen sink here. I saw a dart come out, so I'm not sure what just got thrown, but I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. Ice 3 comes out, Ruby goes down, and everybody gets XP off that. It's one of the lower spots on the moon, but still worth it.
Absolutely.
And that will be 5 objectives apiece. Again, yeah, we do know that Eykir still has the KQE up top on the Mura spot. But honestly, they're pretty close in terms of XP against each other here. Yeah, both high 30s, low 40s. Yeah, that Rosa's got Cure 4. But JudgeJoe here seems to be having a lot more stability here with this Ogopogo fight here. Does seem to have some Berserks up. Is getting Blinks out. I don't know when that next double wave here. Eykir is just starting to pick up this fight here. Yeah, they're pretty much at parity in terms of XP. So this race is a lot closer than it was earlier. Eykir has made up a ton of time.
Yeah, that really snuck up on me.
Ooh, Eykir getting spicy, going for that lit 3 here. That might actually end up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Here it comes.
Oh no. I think that's Rosa, Cecil, and oh wait, that's a weak. Okay, that's a weak
I
counter.
thought that was gonna
not
be
a Blaze counter.
Never mind. I thought it was Blaze as well.
Now the wave's still gonna get him there, but yeah, this Cure 4 is about the only thing can come out here. Joe finishes the fight with everybody upright.
Yep. It was a nice fight there on Joe's side for sure. Samurai arrows and a rune axe in the ribbon room. All right.
But XP is all you get out of it. Oh no, yeah, Eykir's gonna take that double big wave there, so unfortunately, nothing there. So yeah, the big prize at the Ribbon Room, as it usually tends to be, is a whole bunch of XP, but unfortunately not much else. So now we are down to whatever's on the Masa altar. We're down to K value, and we're down to well, we have the Luca key too now. So yeah, there is that.
All right, gonna check out and see what's at the Masa altar here.
Drum roll, please. It is.
Some guards.
Aww.
You want in Gauntlet?
I was wanting something better than guards, at least. I mean, yeah, they're both gonna punch pretty hard, actually, but this party does have a few ways of dealing with them.
We do have the gear for this, at the very, very least.
Might have just blinked Palom and lobbed an off slot so and see how that went. But
Oh yeah,
no,
yep.
the Runex. Oh yeah, that Eddie still took twice his HP there. Yeah, there's a
going for the toad.
Yeah, got a mute coming out first and then a toad. It's like
we're just being cautious.
You say cautious, I say insult to injury. No, but they're toads now. This fight is now free. More importantly, this fight is now, if you have it right, yeah, you can, yeah, this fight is, we can throw some life, we can throw a life potion at least on this here if we, and get a life glitch or two on this and make this really worth our time.
You know, that's a fantastic idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, yeah, Joe's trying for the double. Queues up the life one with Kane in the air. Yep, nope, too early. Up is gonna get a double.
Nice.
Meanwhile, Eykir seems to have this fight a little more in hand than last time here. Oh no, Cecil just took lethal, but it does look like a Berserk to Spoonword, at least, going in there. Cure 4, taking him out of wave territory. And up there's Go Mode. Go Mode on the Masa altar.
Right. No pass, annoyingly, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, no pass, no, but, I mean, the only things open are nothing I'd really go and take a look at, I guess, so to speak. So, it is what it is. But did get a absolute ton of XP off that, off those guards there, so even better, right?
You don't hate it.
Yeah, Eykir throwing all caution to the wind here. Most people, not really big on going to Palom's Black Magic Command for all those counters coming out. Eykir says, no, we're getting this done as quickly as possible. Here come the Quakes, yeah.
He's definitely in a good pattern with a curing after the counter here, so feeling somewhat confident.
Yeah, I know it does at least have the Edward now berserked here, as we're gonna see here. JudgeJoe's gonna get this. Okay, yeah, Eykir is through. Is only a guard's fight behind, and fly down to the hair. JudgeJoe is picking up his crystal. Yeah, it's so nice. The Ribbon Room gives you a rune axe as well. Oh, yeah, that's Pink Tail. That's our Artie arrows, because of course it's Artie arrows. Why would it be anything else other than arty arrows? I was really hoping for a holy sword.
I know.
Uh, but I mean, those are definitely Zeromus ready levels there that Judge Joe has, looking to be high 40s, getting real close to 50 there.
Rayuda is calling for the quad Zerk. Give Palom arty.
I mean, you know, it would be a lot easier to get your quad Zerk going.
Another white mage.
I'm gonna run this
Yeah.
Porum joke into the ground.
Hey, fair enough.
Yep. Eykir picking up that guards fight and isn't that far behind. Is probably going to need one wipe here or something to that effect from Judge Joe here. Gonna pick up the sizes here as well as just going for the stone cast here. So Eykir is gonna be down a little bit XP if the stone lands. Gonna be a faster end to the fight, actually, very much so. But yep, okay, size lands, so those guards are no longer a threat.
Get to see the mages and the toads.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That'll be fair. Eykir is not going to be at too far levels behind there. Judge Joe says, I'm going to pick up a monster chest, and there we are. Say hello to Bimmy and Bimmy, the red dragons out of the chest there. I don't know if that's the monster in a box he wanted, but that's the one he's getting. I mean, that is all the random XP he is ever going to need if he wins this fight, which he should, but, I mean, he's got arty arrows. That's a dragon killer, right?
You know, that is true. Pink Tail Cries is like, ahem, me.
Yeah. You picked me up for exactly this reason. Now you're not using me? Rosa goes down. That's not exactly great there. The thing with the red dragons is, okay, now one's down, right, so now we're on the clock here. We really want to dispose of this other one. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, we don't want that solo red dragon to hang around because heat ray are two words that exist, and well... Okay, now Palom has nuke, so that's a thing, and that's a holy sword.
Which one was it? I didn't quite see.
It was an Excal.
Alright, we can throw it.
Yep, Eykir is taking the hovercraft and wants to buy something out of Eblin. And it's head to the item shop and says, Inventory boss stops
Inventory
you here.
Boss. Second boss. Second last boss.
And the item shop person says, there, can we interest you in all of our finest cabins?
Absolutely not. Joe's taking that long walk to Zeromus.
Long, semi-long. Okay, yeah, it's about like a... I've actually timed myself on this one here. It was a long time ago, but yeah, from the... from actually tapping the crystal and heading all the way down... all the way down to starting the fight against Big Z, it was about 2 minutes and 15 seconds, roughly.
It's a long 2 minutes and 15 seconds when you're in a race, that is for sure.
Oh, well, we have flags, and I believe we all do know what time that, or what that means here. Flossie, if you would give us the honors on this one?
Sure. So in this randomizer, we have many different Z sprites that will pop out for the final boss. We don't just get the old generic one. I believe there's around 600 last time I checked. And basically, the big question we all ask is, whose butt are we kicking tonight?
And honestly, you know, if the butt could do my taxes, I'd be out of a job. So let's hope that's not the case. Then again, maybe we do, because honestly, I'm sick of taxes. But Eykir picking up some hair dryers here, looking for looking for a bit of XP that way here. Which, hey, I get that too. Honestly, a little less than what dragons might be, but
a little safer of a fight though.
I am not a CPA by any means. I probably should have at one point, but yes, I do work for one. So yes, it is extension time, and we are it is a thing. Yes. But meanwhile, well, I mean, I guess that's 1 point to keep Palom in the party if there's a Stardust rod on the hair dryers. Eddie throwing the crystal here, and Eykir is likely going to be starting the rundown. Don't know if he's going to be checking a chest or two, and hopefully, you know, it's the... I mean, on one hand, yeah, running into the Red Dragons would be good and bad for him, because, you know, it's not a gimme fight, but, you know, he does have a Paladin to swing that Excal as opposed to just lobbing it.
That is true. Classic choice here. We got
a classic. If you look at him, he just kind of goes away, right?
Just turn around, you guys. Come on. I always find that the goofy Z sprites are the meanest, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a gimme just given the fact that we're running off of Eddie Agility here. Now we can always Berserk our Bard here, and the counter nuke's going out to probably the best target for it with that pool of hit points there.
There you go.
I did already reflect up that that Palom, so probably Hybrid Strats coming here. Eykir does indeed find Bimmy and Bimmy.
The Red Dragons. So is it the blue? One of the if you get the blue and the red, is that Bimmy and Jimmy? And these are
yes, that is Bimmy and Jimmy. Yes, this could be Jimmy and Jimmy. I never remembered which one's which, honestly. Gotcha. So yeah. I've just decided to just call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Jimmy and Jimmy. Okay, I accept this.
I just made that up, so
it's headcanon now.
J, B for blue, J for dread dragon. Got it.
Close enough. Yes.
Beautiful.
Dragons being far less nice to Eykir than they were to Joe, however, as I believe that is first Big Bang coming out on that side, so it should be the, I don't want to say auto nerf, but it's a pretty auto nerf. We get our Berserk glitch out on Kane for Yep, okay. Uh-oh. No, there's Heat Ray. Okay, that wasn't bad.
You love that glitched punch on Kane there.
Yep, we've got reflected spells. We've got plenty of damage coming out here. And wow, that was fast there.
Yeah.
As we do see Boomus go down with just a hail of offense there on JudgeJoe's side. One big bang. And 136.43, and that will mean JudgeJoe does win the set here. 2-0 with an official time, I believe, of 136.43. And I do believe that is JudgeJoe joining us here. GG and congratulations.
GG, JudgeJoe. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. I was overall very happy with how I routed and played this seed. I know I could have been faster. I thought about being faster, but overall, what I did and when I did it, I think was good.
Yeah, we were very impressed that you decided to take that Ordeals check. What was going through your head when you decided that?
I'm not losing to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened. Yeah. So I have one question myself, and some people might see this coming the way I've been talking here. Did you feel at any point that it may have been better to pick up the Porum and run with a Duo Zerk instead of what you had there?
There was maybe one or two I thought. Callum's really, really good as part of the deal. So
Yeah.
it was really hard to say. Getting rid of Yang wasn't necessarily what I thought I would do either. Not taking Cecil, there's when decent shot of doing moon boxes. There were a lot of party composition questions, and I
So,
still
so
don't
the
know if I answered them correctly.
so the funny thing is, Eykir did a good amount more looting than you did. Found a couple of ninja blades, and then at that point already had the Cecil and a defense sword found in the back of Watery Pass online, and said pass to the ninja.
That is fair.
Yep.
I spent long enough in Zot. It gave a package with an edge. I had a Murasame from Zot. I kind of went, I guess I have to go and sort of pursue my. I have to pursue my what I was given, follow through. I
Yep.
was, until I got rid of Yang, was not sure who I was getting rid of.
Yeah, it was a couple of people were calling for Kane. I didn't see that with the White Spear online, at least, but
That is fair. But if you're going into an unanswered, wishy-washy, just do action fight, jump's good.
it is, yes.
It's like power. It gets them out of the queue a little bit, adds a bit of boosted damage while doing that, and so it's not overall. It tends to speed up your damage if you're not set up for a strong, just Zerkin run.
Yep, and that does seem to be what Eykir is doing here, as you were a little more in the lead there. Now, again, Eykir did have a couple of, I don't want to say speed ups, but yeah, speed ups there. The biggest thing would be that, the Luke key had the tower key. I see that, post race there. But yeah, that Cecil in place for that Yang fight, where you kind of had to trudge through, unfortunately. Again, you played it really well. I was definitely wringing my hands a little bit on the, Kane's down to really one last shot on the Yong there, and a little bit of a prayer. But again, congratulations. And now, who do you have, or who do you? I'm sure you don't know your opponent
Good
yet.
old
I think.
Rybon.
Oh,
Looking forward
Rybon.
to
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one.
That won't be
I've
BuzzFeed
done-
free enterprise or anything.
I've done pickup races. I've done asyncs. I've done some ladder races. I have not, to my knowledge, got to face him in attorney. So, looking forward to it.
As will we. But yeah, really, any other thoughts you had on that seed there? It was you kind
Fun
of stayed
Feymarch.
semi-linear there. Neither of you touched that Feymarch.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun Feymarch. Mom Bomb. There's worlds where I come back to it.
Mhm.
The worlds are not when I know my opponent is never touching the Feymarch. If I think I'm ahead and my opponent's not touching the Feymarch, I'm probably not touching it. If I think I'm behind and my opponent's not touching the Feymarch, I might consider it. If I think I'm behind and know my opponent touching that Feymarch, I still might consider it, but I also don't know which opponents will touch that Feymarch.
I mean, without any kind of actual anchoring, that DKC's. I probably lowballed it about 800. People tell me 1200, and yeah, getting that Eddie hit away, not really happening.
800's the one on the right.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
There we go.
It's on the right. It's about 50 to 900.
It was haunted anyway.
I did see where the other half of Forge was on the rundown. I wasn't looking that close to it, but at that point, it was somewhere in the Feymarch or Cave Value. Those were the only places it could have been, or behind the Tower
Or
Key.
Tower
Oh yeah,
Key.
yeah, Tower Key.
I think I was happy with how my Z fight went. Only one big bang. Could have
I was about
even
to say,
not
with
even needed
how
to
that
heal, but
yeah, with how that Z fight went for you, I could see how, because yeah, you walked through that Z fight, so yeah.
Yeah, that was very, very smooth.
Zerk Glitch is always fun when it pays out or is
Yep.
good to do.
Yep.
I
And
actually earlier against the Odin fight at Baronin 2 had the death, kind of like the Berserk glitch, but when it dies, where I think I equipped the Thunderclaw, started Power Punch, got killed, and then I was punching with a Thunderclaw for 200 damage against Odin.
Yep. Do want to take a moment here to say GG to Eykir, finishing with an official time of 1:43.28. Both of you found that same lunar trap chest with the red dragon by.
Yeah.
Good one.
That's kind of funny. Yep.
Thank you guys for putting on the restream. I'm sure it'll be a very fun match. Thank you, Eykir. Good choice on the draft pick. I definitely enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And just thank you to everyone here. It's always fun.
Yep.
Thank you,
Congratulations
JudgeJoe.
again, and we'll
Congratulations.
we'll see you in the next round.
GG.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. All right, Eykir is through his seed. We're gonna see if he wants to do a little interview, and there he is.
Eykir, welcome. GG.
Thank you.
That was a very interesting. That's one of the ones I would absolutely say you should watch back there. It kind of came to the point where you got a little bit behind, then you caught up again, and you got a little bit behind, then you caught up again, and yeah, you kind of just yo-yoed there. But yeah, you played really well. So kind of walk us through. You did a little bit more of that early looting, and when you had that Cecil with the defense sword, you kind of laid off that objective package for a little bit, and you had like all that edge gear. Then he shows up, and you're like Andy, I don't want to play with you anymore.
I forgot that package was a thing, so I was like looking at my stuff. It's like in the stand room. It's like, oh wait, package. Maybe I should turn that in. And I got the edge. I'm like, ooh, who do I want? to take the edge, because at the time, I don't remember what my party was looking like. I think I had the Cecil already at that point.
Yeah, you did.
I wasn't sure who to drop, because I had my white mage, I had my black mage. I could have dropped Kane for him, but Kane was doing pretty well. 2 ninja swords for the edge, yeah, and some of the edge gear. I couldn't pull the trigger on it. It was too much of a waste of time for maybe not enough benefit. Until maybe I got the spoon, then I should have, but he was in reserve in case I needed him.
Yeah, there was a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't think there was a wrong answer on that, really.
Yeah.
I mean, given the stuff you had, yeah, there wasn't a wrong answer there. We thought your biggest chance there was when you went to Ordeals first, you pulled that hook, and we're like, okay, JudgeJoe left that DKC at Dwarf already. What if he doesn't go? And then he's like, no, I'm not losing to this, and goes and does it. And yeah, that's yep. But either way, I mean, again, both of you played a very good race there, and yeah, I mean, both of you kind of had that little bit of struggle with Ogopogo there, given it that spot. Yeah, I'll ask you the same thing. I asked JudgeJoe there, was there any idea of just maybe taking that forum, like over that Palom there for the extra white mage and Cirque there, given what your party ended up as?
No, I don't think so. I wanted to do Reflector after. The goal was white and nuke and just reflect hybrid, get it up to the point, then just go over and skip the refill. But which is partly why I didn't take the edge, because I wanted to have that hybrid thing. And I already forgot the question. Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, no, it was just more on taking the forum there and not taking the forum. So
yeah,
I pretty much
answered it.
Yeah, it's
okay. Rosie carry.
Yep.
So I wouldn't feel comfortable dropping Kane for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For him. Yeah.
Yeah, you really had the variety pack of gear, so lots of options there.
Yeah, and I forgot to defend for the air. I got the Cecil, like I don't think I need to lose anymore. I have pretty much all the good gear I need.
You really did, yeah.
Pulled the Stardust Rod out of a chest and pulled the Excalibur out of a chest. And that was pretty much it. I know I loot too much. I have it going down to the castle, because there's usually good stuff there. Last race against Joe, it's like started with a cane. I pulled the 2 spears out of there, one being the younger spears. I'm like, okay, I'm set for the early game now. So I only did the center and left, just like center and left. Got the Artemis bonus. I'm like, okay, Rose is online early. Let's go.
Yeah, that was big there.
Yeah, that the early game. I felt a little bit behind there. We pulled another defense sword, the same exact spot we pulled it last game in the back of Quandary Pass.
Yeah. As it is, I believe that does mean your tournament is, at least for the main one here, is over. How do you feel about playing in it here? I mean, obviously you made the brackets, you did pretty well getting this far here, so.
Yeah, I felt the group was decent, and making going 3-2 in it. It felt good to be over 500. But coming into this, it's like, I hope of the 3s that I get paired against, I hope it's not JudgeJoe. And of course, it was JudgeJoe.
Yeah, JudgeJoe is a tall order for anybody. Yes, he is. He's sometimes got a little bit of interesting strategy sometimes, but he does make it work more often than not. So yeah, definitely a dangerous opponent. And
he's good at RPGs. He smashed me multiple times in Final Fantasy V. So yeah, I know his play style, and he goes.
Yeah. You definitely held your own here, and like I said, you just kind of had this little thing where you caught up and then fell more behind, then you caught back up, and yeah, it was definitely a lot interesting when there was a point like mid race where you two were just like basically in lockstep, with the exception of like that darkness crystal, and then just picking it up again. So
first. Did I get to it first, or he did?
Which one?
Darkness. It sounded like he did.
Oh no, he did. No, he didn't do Feymarch, but he picked it up, but then he just stayed on Earth. He kind of went a little defensive to make sure that Earth didn't kill him, I guess.
Okay, so he did the dwarf castle earlier, the tower early. That was the Zemus, which had darkness, which was a surprise. I was totally expecting to have to go down. Our first race had the king of Feymarch had it, And it was
Yep.
an ugly fight there, so I saw Dark Knight Cessna. I'm like, oh god, please don't have the Darkness Crystal again.
Yeah.
Because that's not a fun fight to do, especially with our characters that we had.
Yep.
But yeah, the tournament felt good. Yeah, like the flag set was fun, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks for putting on this restream.
Ah,
Yeah, well-
wonderful to
Night
have
for the
you.
commentary, Ryudu for the tracking, and Day for restreaming. Yeah, appreciate all everyone does.
Yeah, well played. Definitely learned a lot, and GG.
Thank you.
Okay,
Alright.
well, much as we would love to show you a fourth race today, we don't have it, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just going to really actually be signing off for the night. The biggest thing here is that we do have one restream race tomorrow at the same place. We do have Guerin versus Plumeria to be restreamed tomorrow at 9 Eastern. So the same time this one started here today, tomorrow.
It's gonna be a good one. And yeah, thank you so much, Nightdew. Wonderful doing comms with you. Dave for restreaming tonight, and Ryudo for tracking. Great job, everybody.
Yep, and one more thing to give both of our runners here a follow. Also here for our restreamer Dave, and for our tracker Ryudo. Just again, we can't do this without all of you. So a big thank you to everybody, both here and behind the scenes. And yes, it was very fun calming with you. I hope to get back in the booth. Not another year from now because it has been a while. But yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely. All right, I think we're signing off. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.